Hello. I'm not expecting anyone to be here for this live stream. I'm actually doing this on a whim. Um, I have about 100 subscribers, and at least once a month, I have people who say to me, "Oh, I miss your videos. I miss you making videos." Um, it's been about a year since I've last made a video, and when I was making videos. I thought I was gonna make videos on all types of things. I kind of narrowed down to talking to doing Saturday stitching, which was about my knitting and crochet projects, any kind of needlework projects that I was doing. And then I was doing some Friday reads videos because I do read and I wanted to talk about what I was reading. Um, Mostly romance novels because I feel like there aren't a lot of people on the booktube, as they call it, who talk about romance novels exclusively. There's a lot, unless it's young adult. There's a lot of young adult which I don't read. So I was interested in doing those two things. And I did that for a little while and I enjoyed making it. But then I made my last video. If you're a subscriber of mine, you know that I made my last video about a year ago. And it was because school started and then work started. And after being unemployed or underemployed for quite a long time and having time, part of the reason I was doing YouTube was because I had time to make videos and um, to make videos and to write my book blog. And now I and then for a while I didn't have time to do that. I didn't have the energy to do that. And also I had this fantasy, let's be honest. A lot of people get on YouTube. YouTube is just the latest thing, but there's been other things in the past. A lot of people get on YouTube and have this fantasy of, oh, I'm going to make money. Um, I'm going to make money on YouTube. And sorry, I'm checking the chat to make sure I have it available just in case somebody wants to talk to me. No, live the awkward life. You're not missing anything at all. I'm just telling people why I haven't been making videos in a while, but you're the only one here, so I guess I'm just talking to you. Um, Basically, I got busy with work and I got busy with school, and so I didn't make videos. And once I gave up the fantasy of I'm going to come on YouTube and make money. You know, you see people on YouTube who make money and make a living at it. And but I quickly realized, like a lot of people realize, that it's a lot of work. Like a lot of hobbies, like blogging, like podcasting before it, like a lot of platforms like Twitter or things like that, where they used to be. Sorry, trying to adjust my light where it's not glaring on my glasses. Platforms where they used to be for where they used to be hobbyists. I started on Twitter 10 years ago when there were where it was just people talking about, oh, I ate this for lunch, oh, I'm watching this on TV, oh, and now it's all about news and comedians trying to get their latest joke out there, everybody trying to publicize themselves. So basically it's become more commercial. Same thing with podcasts. I used to listen to podcasts when people were on crappy microphones in their bedrooms talking about whatever, and anybody felt like they could jump in and do it. And now, even though supposedly anybody can still jump in and do it, there are people who have soundboards and editing software and fancy microphones and things like that. And so it feels like professionals are doing it now. And so the average person who is talking like this, on a bad microphone in their bedroom, nobody's listening to them anymore. Those you can't even find those podcasts anymore. And same thing with YouTube. YouTube was people like this. You see this? You see my clothes back here. You can see the quality of the video is not that good. That's what YouTube used to be filled with. And now, if you're doing some sort of, I mean, there's still people who take a quick video of somebody who fell out of their chair or something. But if you're doing YouTube and trying to make some money off of it or something like that, then it is you're getting the good lights and you're getting the good camera and you're making sure you have something fancy in the background for your people to look at, and you got your makeup on and you got your hair done and you don't have the sloppy t-shirt on or whatever. So I realized, not realized, but I finally became honest with myself that I am not going to put in the work to do all of that editing and buy lights and all of this kind of stuff when, any given week I may not have the energy to even do a video. So once I realized I wasn't going to make money from doing YouTube videos, and I did have a full-time job, then it was like, well, why should I still make videos? There's people out there who are doing it better than me. Why would anybody even want to watch my video? Why would I want to take time to do that when there are other people who are doing it better than me? But over the last, as I said, I do have people at least once a month who say to me, "Oh, I missed that you were making videos," or I miss, your recommendations of, a TV show or a movie or whatever. And I don't, I'm not fooling myself that there are, 1 million subscribers just waiting to hear my voice. But if I can communicate to somebody, I like to recommend things. I like this to try something and say, okay, I tried this. This is what I got out of it, or I enjoyed this. And I don't have a lot of people in my real life, in my day to day life, in person, that I can share those kind of things with, because the people, even my best friend, you know, that I even my best friend, I don't we're so opposite, I don't know how we're friends. I love her, and I feel like she would be my ride or die, but I don't I don't even know how we're friends because we don't like a lot of the same things. We are so opposite in the books that we read, in the movies that we watch. And we used to bond over music, but a lot of times we're not, the same in that area either. And so being online gives me, if I write a blog post, back when I'm convinced people don't read blogs anymore. But back with not at least not the blogs of your average person. They follow Facebook people or whatever. They don't read just a regular blog. It's not a Tumblr or something like that. But back when people were still reading blogs and I wrote more regularly for my blog, people would comment and we'd have a little bit of a back and forth in the comments, you know. And that's what I get sometimes on Facebook. If I post something, I try to post interesting things. I don't talk a lot about my family or whatever. And I don't just share, some people will just share articles on Facebook and not have any context other than, haha, I thought this was funny or something like that. I usually try to, if I share something, I usually try to say something more than, haha, I thought this was funny or this was interesting or whatever, because I want to try to spark a conversation. And that's the same thing. I realize that's the same thing with the YouTube videos. I want to be able to show off the projects that I make and have somebody comment on them. But I also want to be able to talk about, hey, that show I watched last night, or this book that I read or whatever. I just want to talk to people, but being somewhat of an introvert, I don't like to go to parties, and I don't like to, the fact that I work from home and I'm doing online courses, so I do my courses from home. And so I am home the majority of the time, even as the rest of my family goes out to work. I am home the majority of the time. And I'm glad about that. And when I say I'm home, because I don't drive and I live in an area that doesn't have public transit, that means when I'm home, I'm home. I'm not leaving my house. I may step outside to walk 10 feet to the mailbox, but that's about it. I'm not, when I'm home, I'm home. And so I'm not seeing anybody for a good 10, 12 hours out of the day. So being able to interact with people and have some sort of discussion or whatever online is, you know, is comfortable for me because I can interact on my terms without having, even if I'm having a day where I don't feel very well, where my body feels too weak to leave the house, or, you know, I don't feel like getting out of my pajamas or what have you, I can still interact with somebody on my own time if there's comments on my video or comments on a Facebook post or comments on an Instagram post, what have you. So so I think that's why I want to get back to making videos, even though I may not ever get more than 100 subscribers, and even though the quality of the videos probably won't be much better than this. I'm doing this with the webcam of my computer, but I may switch to using my iPad, which is a little bit different. If I can find a way to prop it up where you're not looking up my nose, but I but most likely I just want the videos to be easy. I want to just make it as easy as a conversation. I want to turn on the camera, talk, then turn it off, and be done with it. So I don't feel like doing editing or anything like that. Um, I just, yeah, the conversations. See, the conversations are what I come to. You wrote that you're starting to enjoy the conversations more. That's what I come. That's why I like coming to live streams. I when I have time, I can get into a phase where I am a sucker for live streams. Where I can comment. I had a phase where I was on Twitch in the Twitch creative community for a little while. I didn't have a channel on Twitch. I would go on Twitch and look at the creatives on Twitch because, showing up for their live streams and talking and stuff like that was interesting to me. Um, but another thing I hope to get out of starting my videos again is my headband looks crooked. I know that's off topic, but my headband looks crooked. Okay. Anyway, um, another thing that I hope to get out of starting my videos again, especially the Saturday stitching, I plan to do one video a week, hopefully, if I can work up a routine and work it into my schedule, 2 videos a week. But that's really optimistic. But the Saturday stitching video is definitely priority. If I add a second video, it would be the Friday reads. But again, that's optimistic. I may just write for my blog, but or maybe do audio for my blog, my book blog. But I want to do the Saturday stitching so that I can have accountability. Um, because I hadn't been stitching for several years. And then when my friend moved back from Hong Kong and we started meeting up again, she's the only person that I know, like in person, who actually likes to knit and crochet and go to craft stores and stuff like that. And so we were getting together on a somewhat regular basis. And that encouraged me to work on my projects in between times, because it's like if I'm going to see her next Wednesday, then I know the first thing she's going to ask me is, what have you been working on? Show it to me. Let me see it. So I want to be able to show some progress. And it was the same thing when I was doing the videos on a regular basis, that I felt like, okay, if I'm going to do a video every Saturday, I need to have something to show. And that was fine. The thing that stopped me from doing the videos is all I started to feel the expectations, because I started to feel like, okay, if when I still had that fantasy in my head of I'm going to do YouTube for money, then I was thinking, oh, I got to figure out a way to make the background better. And I've got to spend some time, put a little makeup on, and I got to, fancy up my hair, and I got to pick out a nice shirt to put on. And I've got to, I got to find some place to prop up this camera. Maybe I should switch to my iPhone so that I can, get a little bit better video. And the lighting in here is not just right. And of course, I would want to wait until everybody was gone from the house. And sometimes it might be a day where, my husband decided to take off and then he's home and I'm too embarrassed to make videos while he's home. I'm making this video as the sun is setting, and you can see how dark it is in here probably because I waited for him to go to work. So, and then that started, building up and making the videos more work. And I want it to be fun. I already have a job and I already have school. So anything else, if you know anything about me, anything else I do outside of those two things, I don't want them to be work. Okay, maybe that's a bad attitude, but that's how I am. I have, a limited amount of energy. And so I don't want to spend a lot of energy. I need to save up my energy for work and school. And when I use my energy for those two things, then anything after that, I don't want it to sap my strength very much. So I when I start thinking about, oh, I've got to get this ready, and then I've got to move this here, and then I've got to set this up, and I've got to, because I don't have a dedicated area to make videos or whatever. So once it became to be too much work, it wasn't just about, oh, I want to work on something so that I have some progress to show in the next video. That's fine because that's keeping me honest. That's something that I want to do anyway. I want to finish my project, but I get distracted by playing video games or watching something on TV. And so having the weekly video as a goal helped kind of nudge me towards something that I kind of want to do anyway, but I'm easily distracted. But the but then all the other work of going into the video to make the video pretty because I want to get more subscribers and I want to do this and I want to do that, yeah, that became unattractive to me. I tried years ago to make a podcast, and I like talking. I didn't like editing the audio. I don't like that part. You know, if I was famous, I would be the talent. I would be the actor. I would not be the director. I would not be the video editor. I would not be, these people on YouTube who do it all. They write their own skit and then they act it out and then they do the editing and then they do the promotions so that people will come watch their video and all that stuff. Hats off to them because I'm not interested in doing any of that stuff. I just want to talk. That's all I want to do. I want to talk. I don't want to do all the other stuff. I just want to do the talking. So, the sharing of my thoughts. So, so bottom line, because I can see out of my blurry little eye that I've been here almost 20 minutes. So I'm not going to let this go much longer because nobody's watching it anyway. But other than my daughter. But I That's why I stopped my last three podcast attempts. I was always the editor and I hated it. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, yes, I know it's worth continuing the video for you, daughter mine, but realistically, if I'm going to save this video for somebody else to watch later, I don't want it to be too long because I've seen the analytics on my videos and most people stop watching after 5 minutes anyway. So, so the bottom line is this whole live stream has been about me getting back into the swing of things. My goal for the year is that I will hopefully get back to doing my Saturday stitching, and then if I have time, add in my Friday reads videos. Um, and fair warning to everybody, they're not going to be fancy, they're not going to be pretty. This video here was easy for me to jump onto this live stream, you know, on a whim because this is my work area where I work. So I have a desk, I have a comfortable chair, I have a laptop with a camera that's already built into it. It's a crappy camera. Considering it's a new laptop, I figured with a new laptop they'd come with a good webcam, but no such luck. Um, but at least you can see me and you can hear me. So this is the perfect setup. It's already set up. I don't have to do anything else but turn stuff on and start talking. So most of my videos will most likely be here. I spent, before I did this live stream, I spent about an hour trying to get my iPad or my iPhone set up on top of $1,000 worth of wobbly textbooks to make a video, and I still couldn't get it positioned without it looking like you were looking up my nose like this. So it's just easier, better quality on this, but better color and better quality, but it's easier to do it on the laptop. So most of my videos will probably be on the laptop if you know because that'll be the quickest way for me to get a video out. If I have to do all of that setup and stuff, I most likely won't get videos out as often. But yeah, so it'll be stitching on Saturdays and book videos on Fridays if I can fit it in. Um, it looks like this thing says there's two people watching this live stream. So if there's anybody watching it beside my daughter and you just decided not to, say hello, that's cool. Um, but I am going to go ahead and end this live stream because I have homework that I need to do that is due tomorrow. I just I told myself all week that I was going to do this video today and I'm trying to stick with my goals, and that's why I did this video today. Um, Next week I don't know if it'll be a live stream or if it'll be a I wasn't going to do live streams because live streams, I really can't. The main reason I avoided live streams was because with the chat, I can't, my vision is not really good enough to read the chat. But if I'm sitting back this far, I can sort of read it. You see me scrunching and lifting my head so you can look up my nose, which I don't like doing that, but I can sort of see the chat. So I might just do my Saturday as a live stream and then have it be simple. The simpler, the better, is what I say. Um, but anyway, we're closing in on 25 minutes. Thank you to my dog. Oh, put the chat on my phone or my iPad. I thought about that as I was saying it. But then if I put it on my phone or my iPad, then I would have to do this. I figured as and that doesn't look cute either. So I'm trying to do anything that doesn't look like you're looking at my nose and me scrunching my face and going like this. And no, that's not fun for video. So, so yeah, look forward to me. Well, or don't look forward to me. Whatever. I'll be back next week. I said it out loud now. I've said it out loud more than once, which means I need to work on either my daughter C2 sweater. I've got two Afghans for the twin, one for each of the twins. I've got an Afghan that I started for a friend that I just got the yarn for so that I can, and I've only got like that much of it done. It's been a year. And I have socks for my daughter in the chat. Um, all I have a dog sweater for another friend. I have a scarf that I started 2 days ago. Who knows what I'll be showing you next week? So don't yay on those socks yet, daughter mine, because I may not. They've been sitting for a year. I may have to start over from scratch. But one of those projects you'll see next week, either live stream or not live stream. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you to my daughter. Love you. And thank you to the mystery person who sat there and watched the video. See you next week. Bye.